Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope you're all well. As usual, I really apologise for the traffic noise if you can hear any of it outside. It's really loud again today. It seems to always be really loud when I'm sitting down to film. So today has not been an easy day for me to sit down and film this. I'm telling you that. I've had issues with my camera, my memory card, with my battery, we're getting the lighting worked. It's just been a stressful day, but we're here, we're sitting down, we're filming, it's all good. I have got lighting today, here and here, which is exciting. So you guys can actually see me well, and I feel like I can't stop looking at the side screen here, even though I know I should be looking in the lens, because I'm just amazed at what a difference it's already made to the video. So that is a massive thumbs up. Joe showed me how to use his lighting, I'll be able to do it on my own from now on, so life is good. So today I thought I would film for you a little style evolution type video. I saw Megan Ellaby do this last year and I really loved watching it, and I've actually watched it a couple of times since because I just really enjoyed it. And she basically talked through how her style had evolved over all the years of her blogging and kind of before she started blogging as well, and I thought it was a really cool idea. So today I'm going to basically recreate that and talk to you about style, my style evolution. So I really wanted to find some pictures of you pre-2014, pictures of me for you pre-2014 when I started blogging, so you could see the kind of stuff that I wore then. I have not been able to find any full-length photos or any decent photos of me. It has been unreal. I think everything that I took used to be on MySpace, and then I've tried logging back into MySpace and all my photo albums have disappeared. I'm absolutely gutted. But basically, for reference, I was the biggest emo kid known to mankind, so I'd go around in the skinny jeans, I had like the star print hoodies, I had like crazy ass back combs hair, band t-shirts, the whole shebang. And that was me pretty much right up until 2014, minus perhaps the star print hoodies, but I did go sort of full emo for quite some time. And even when I wasn't perhaps a full emo, I was still like super alternative. So as I got a bit older, I let my style kind of mature with me, but I still stuck to kind of like my grungy, rocky roots. Is that the right word? Yeah. So anyway, I have loads of pictures on my phone here that I'm going to use for reference, and obviously as I'm talking through them I will insert them on this video. If I manage to find some decent pictures of me prior to 2014, I will of course put them around the screen now so you can see the kind of thing I was talking about. But basically I started my blog in 2014 as a way of me documenting kind of my personal style, my relationship with fashion, and how I wanted it to kind of mature as I got older. I've really loved doing it. Like, it's been 4 years of fun, 4 years of a lot of hard work, but 4 years of fun. It's been good. I think the first year I started blogging, it was just pure creativity for me. There was nothing else about it. You know, I wasn't hugely like bothered about brand collaborations or anything else like that. I just like to have fun. And I think at that point I knew it could become a career. I was just kind of happy to see where it went and what I could do with it. And yeah, so my first year of blogging was really fun. I was very consistent. I think I blogged like 3 or 4 times a week, sometimes even 5 times a week, which is crazy now when I think about it, but I was living and breathing the blogging world. 2015 rolled around, and after Easter time I moved to Manchester. So up until Easter I still stayed super like consistent with it. I was posting like 4 or 5 times a week, always shooting outfits, I moved to Manchester. I lived on my own in a studio flat. I had no friends really, except for my friend Ed, and we didn't get to see each other all the time, so obviously I didn't have anyone to really shoot photos for me very often. And I think 2015 was the year that my blog really kind of suffered from that, which was a real shame. I didn't really have anyone to help me out with pictures, and I didn't want to take pictures just on a tripod in my flat. I didn't like the way that looked, so yeah, I really didn't post very often in 2015. I feel like that was to my detriment, because I feel like if I'd utilised that year properly, I'd be in a much better position than I am now, but hey ho. 2016 rolled around, I moved down to London, and that's when things started to pick up for me again. Last year was probably the best year ever for it. And 2018's been pretty damn good so far. So that's kind of like an overview of my blogging history. I don't really know why I did that. I wasn't planning on doing that, but there we go, it's been done. Anyway, on to the pictures. So these aren't really in any kind of specific order. I was first of all intending to do them from like 2014 and work my way back, but to be honest, halfway through I just got excited and started like looking at my favourite blog photos and stuff. But basically I'm going to look at my first ever blog photo that went on my blog. So this, as far as photos go, I don't really know what that pose is, but yeah, this was the first one I ever did, and I remember getting my dad to take these outside in the garden for me. The first thing that strikes me when I look at this is how bloody skinny I used to be. But basically my style here was a bit all over the place, and I think I just wasn't really sure, as you can see, what I wanted to look like, what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be with it all. It was quite a confusing time for me. I remember struggling to kind of identify, like have a personal identity. I remember lots of like in-depth conversations with my friends about how like I just didn't know what I wanted to wear, I didn't really have a style, and it was really bothering me, which like I say is the reason why I started blogging in the first place. I remember loving this top, so this was one I picked up from Topshop, but I didn't really wear it very much. Like, I don't know why, I loved it, but then, yeah, just really didn't wear it that often. Those shorts I used to live in the shortest shorts known to mankind. Like, I could not get away with that now, I'm far too old. But yeah, so that was kind of like what my style was basically when I first started blogging. It was like a crazy shit show amalgamation of like no style really whatsoever. And then we move on to the second picture. Now this was a couple of weeks later, I think, still very much taken outside of my garden at home. This, I think, was a precursor to me finding sports luxe fashion, which is quite cool seeing like how I adopted it early on. I still wear that mesh t-shirt all the time, and that bralette actually. I think I grew out of those trousers pretty quickly over the past couple of years, but they are really freaking cool. Why did I ever get rid of those? I should have kept them and slimmed back down into them. Those sliders I absolutely adored. See, that was my first like proper, I think, foray, like I say, into sports luxe fashion, and those sliders were like the best thing ever. I loved them so much. But they only had them in a 4 in Zara, and I remember thinking to myself, oh yeah, they fit, my feet aren't falling off the back of them. But I forget that I've got a really high instep, and the straps used to rub me so badly that I've actually scarred my feet from them. So I had to get rid of them. I'm still gutted about that to this day. But I quite like that picture, I quite like that outfit. I think it's quite cool. To be honest, it's something I'd wear now, so yeah. And then this third picture, as you can see, my style is just all over the place. So this was later on that summer. I'd gone, I think that co-ord was from Pretty Little Thing, and I literally wore it that day. And then I remember getting really weird looks when we went into the local village to, I can't remember what we were doing, we were going for like a coffee or something, me and Mum. We met up with a family friend, and she looked so weirdly at me for wearing that co-ord that I never reached for it again. And I think I was very much in a easily put off by people's opinion kind of stage in my fashion. Like, if people looked at me weirdly, or if people didn't like what I was wearing, I'd stop wearing it straight away. And I think that's so sad now, because like I still care, but really not as much. But yeah, I never wore that again, which is a real shame. It's actually quite nice. Like, I wouldn't wear it now. I don't really do colour, but it is a nice co-ord. That kimono I loved. I had an image in my head of, as I so often do when I go to buy things, like this really like overly romanticised image of me in this kimono and some nice underwear, like walking around my house with a tan, like whatever. I never looked like that. But yeah, so I remember wearing that. I'm looking at it now, it's a really lovely summer outfit, but yeah, it just really wasn't, I'm really sorry if this looks completely different now, guys. I just had to swap to one of Joseph's cameras because my DSLR just broke properly. I'm really fuming. So that's my DSLR and my vlogging camera that are broken in the space of a month. Like, gutted. Anyway, to finish what I was trying to film. So basically, I obviously, like, 'cause my camera cut off, I'm not quite sure where I was at in my train of speech. But yeah, so this co-ord, although admittedly really not me because I don't wear colour, it's completely inoffensive. And as you can see, like, my whole style was just such like a shit show back then, basically. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to look like, I didn't know what I wanted to wear. I was just, yeah, completely all over the place with my wardrobe choices. So then I'm going to go on to this next post, which again was 2014. This was end of the summer, early autumn, I think. I had a spray tan, which I need to do again because I look much healthier, not being like a vampire. And I quite like this picture. So this was a lot more chilled out. I miss those shoes. Those were some Stack Sole like canvas trainers that I had from Office, and I really loved wearing them. I love that Tacos and Tequila t-shirt. I've still got that in my wardrobe for next summer. And I really loved that bag as well, but that died a death. I think that was my first kind of designer bag. Maybe my second one actually, because I had a Radley one when I was younger, but I didn't really understand what designer bags were then. This one Mum got me when she went skiing for looking after the dogs as like a, I think it was a TK Maxx purchase. Cannot for the life of me now remember who the designer was, but I literally used that bag until it fell apart. I loved it. As you can see, I've been shopping to Lush, duh. But yeah, I remember my friend Holly taking this picture for me. This was my first ever like in public blogging picture, I think, and I really liked it. I was quite impressed with it. I enjoyed that shoot. Not looking at the camera, of course, but hey. And then those jeans are my first pair of jeans in years, and those are the spray-on skinny jeans from Urban Outfitters. I think they are Cheap Monday ones. Still got them in my wardrobe. I'm determined to make my bum small enough to fit back in them. Then we move on to late 2014, and this actually, yeah, this would have been August, because this was when I went to Manchester with Mum. We were having a girly day. It was very soon after Leeds Festival, which is where I got that 1975 band t-shirt from. And this was when I first started trying to like mix my kind of style with more like luxury fashion as well. So as you can see, I'm trying to look a lot smarter. That blazer was from Topshop and I loved that blazer. I still got it in my my wardrobe now. I just wear it a lot less. I need to wear it more. But yeah, this was my first kind of foray into trying to look a little bit more luxe with what I was choosing. I'm very much like back into the monochrome colour palette, which as we all know, I'm obsessed with. And then we move on to September, October time. This was the first time that pair of joggers was featured on my blog. Still absolutely love that pair. As you know, it's featured recently in a shit I'm loving wearing right now video. They're always in my favourites videos. I just love them so much. But yeah, that was the first time I wore them. First time I ever matched joggers with court shoes as well, and I loved that t-shirt, but I just never wear it any longer. It's in my pile to go on Depop. Very much, I think my first sports luxe look really for the blog, aside from that early one I showed you in the mesh t-shirt. This is very, very me though. This is like my style now, and I think I remember taking those pictures and loving them so much and being like, yeah, this is kind of how I want to look from now on. So I was quite excited when I saw them. I was like, yes, I think this is my style. This now is even later in the summer. Or I don't know, is that around the same time? My time frames here are really shit, I don't know. It's some point in 2014. I don't know what this outfit is. I think this was my first ever piece of blogging mail that had actually been sent to me from a brand, because those joggers were my first ever piece, but I picked them up at an event, so perhaps doesn't count as much. So yeah, this was the first ever thing that was actually sent to me, and it was this t-shirt. I can't remember the brand now. I remember it being the only black and white thing on the website and me not wanting to wear anything that was colourful, so just going for that. Really don't know what this look was. I'm not a fan of it at all, but there we go. I love that denim jacket though. I've still got that in my wardrobe to wear again once the weather gets a bit warmer. And then now, here we go guys. This is like full on me. So this would have been around October, November time 2014. And I think I've just been to London and was just about to go to London as well. So from then on you will see me wearing Nikes all the time, but at the moment it's still the Staxel shoes. I still got that like mesh front body thing. Shouldn't have really worn it with a bra, but there we go. It's 2014 LJ, doesn't really know what she's doing. Those joggers, again, love it. And that was my first, like, I think properly like sporty kind of like urban street style look. I really, really enjoyed that. And then I recreated it again, which I'm going to show you a little bit later. This next look was in London the same weekend that I got the Vans, the Nikes, which obviously I then became obsessed with. I still got those leather fronted leggings. This again was quite sports luxe. I really loved that Honour Over Glory long sleeve. I think I had to bin it in the end because I wore it so much it just went a bit gross, but yeah, absolutely loved it. I've really missed my hair being like this, by the way. Can we just take a minute to appreciate how amazing it looks? Why did I ever cut it off? Why, God, why? And then, yeah, now, so this is when the Nikes came into play, and anyone who has been a long-term reader of my blog will know that I wore these to absolute death for about, God, 3 years. I actually had to bin them last year because they had holes in the toes and they were just really gross, but I really want to get another pair this year because my Vans, I love them, but they just don't cut it. They're just not my Nikes. This outfit I freaking adore. I think I've recreated it about 4 or 5 times, and I will probably recreate it again this year. Miss my abs looking like that. Jesus Christ, I need to head back to the gym. But yes, that is that mesh long sleeve t-shirt that we saw a little bit earlier on in the video with the same bralette underneath, I think. My G for Life beanie, which basically never left my head the entire way through 2014 and 2015 and most of 2016 as well. The joggers, of course, and the Nikes. Yeah, absolutely love it. Like that, if anyone has to like ask me what my style is in like one picture, it's that picture, guys. That's me. That is me. So we move on to 2015. My hair's a bit darker and a bit shorter. It's a big mistake. Really like this outfit as well. So this was the first time the Superstars came out, I think, on the blog, or maybe the second time. Wearing with Adidas sports socks, obviously. Joggers, obviously. And then this shirt, and I really like the way I styled this. I want to try it again this year. So it was just really like half tucked in, half not tucked in. I had it like undone quite low because I had one of the Calvin Klein bralettes. That was when they first came out and they were really big. And yeah, I had that on underneath, and yeah, I just love this. It was so like slouchy and casual, and I was like, yes. This is what I love so much about styling sports luxe fashion, the fact that you can make it so cash and it's so comfortable to wear. I love it so much. After that, we moved on to trying to style this maxi skirt. Now, I remember buying this, trying it on and hating it over my curves, because I've got a real issue with my curves, guys. I hate them. And then, yeah, so I didn't want to wear it for ages. And then I eventually plucked up the courage to wear it for this blog post. And I don't think I ever wore it again, to be honest. I tried, but it just didn't look right. Really do like this outfit, though. It looked cool with, like, the crop top. Definitely like it with those sandals. I still wear those sandals quite a bit, actually. But yeah, this was kind of a bit more, like, urban alternative, I feel. So, like, a little bit less sports looks, but still kind of a bit street. I quite like it. Okay, so this would have been after Easter. This was just before I moved to Manchester, this next one. So still very much 2015. I was I was band shooting at a festival in Liverpool, which is quite cool. I actually got to shoot Moose Blood that weekend before they became utter dicks, so there's that was really cool. But yeah, really like this outfit. So it's that misguided mesh tee that I wear all the time. I think it's a Boohoo fit crop underneath, the River Island beanie, the same leather front leggings that I was wearing last time. Note my Access All Areas photo pass slopped onto my leg, which of course is like a thing that you have to do if you get one of those passes. And the Nikes again. This is still very much a me look, actually. Slightly more alternative than sports looks, I guess, but I really enjoy it. I always wear that t-shirt. I think it looks wicked. And yeah, I like it styled into those trousers as well. I think it really works. Again, another really me outfit. The only thing I wish I'd not worn here is those freaking socks. They look terrible, but oh well. So this would have been just before or just after my move to Manchester. I still have that very relaxed fit kind of grey long sleeve from Topshop. I need to start styling that up more, you know, because I do really like it. Those Honour Over Glory leggings are an absolute like staple in my wardrobe. They do not look that nice anymore because I have worn them to death, but I do love them. And of course the Nikes again. This is very much like relaxed, what I wear on the weekend kind of thing when I'm not vlog shooting, when I'm not doing anything. And then now we are into 2016, I think. So the rest of 2015 was pretty much a write-off, like I mentioned earlier in the video. I did very, very little on my blog and on YouTube or anything because I was just so miserable, basically. So yeah, we'll fast forward. So this is after I've moved to London, after I've met Joe. My hair's much shorter, really regret doing that. But this, I love this shoot because it's the first time I wore my Kooples leather jacket on the blog. And as anyone who knows me well will know, I absolutely freaking adore that jacket. It's the best thing ever to come into my wardrobe ever. So I really like it. And that's the first time I think that I shot near that wall in South Bank as well. And I shoot that all the time now because I just love it. It's the perfect like background for my blog stuff. And then we move on to this blog post, which I think was like luxing up your wardrobe for less, or 3 ways to lux up your wardrobe. I can't remember what the title was now. This I love. It's got the Vivienne Westwood bag in it. I definitely look a lot smarter. I've got that misguided blazer on that I wear like literally all the time. Slogan tee and jeans. Very me still. Less sports lux and more luxe, but hey, I'm not complaining. It does look good. This was when I was kind of trying to move away a little bit, I think, from that previous kind of like sports luxe alternative vibe, because I kind of really did want to just be a lot more mature. I think I was kind of semi-modelling my wardrobe on In the Throws at that point. I kind of realised that I like both things and I want to kind of amalgamate the two rather than just being one or the other. Back to 2014 now. I found this picture just before I finished like saving the last one. I was like, oh, I really need to add this as well. But this was, again, a really relaxed... And this would have been 2015, sorry, because my hair was dark. This was quite a relaxed shot again. So really like simple slogan tee, joggers and the Superstars. Yeah, I still love that. This would have been early 2017 now, this next picture, so I really like this. So 2017 was kind of my year of experimenting more with fashion. So I wanted to experiment a little bit with colour, a little bit with texture, patterns, etc. without going too crazy because, you know, I'm not about to go all out colour-wise. But I really like this shirt, so I call this my Pat Butcher shirt, and yeah, I just love it. It's really cool. I like the clashing patterns and everything, and I wore it with my Zara Pretty and Punk band style t-shirt underneath it. I really enjoy that. I love this street, by the way. This is mine and Joe's dream street to live on in London, so fingers crossed later on this year we'll have a flat there. But yeah, I really, really love this look, really love this shirt. I haven't worn it on the blog for a while, so I need to rectify that because I still wear it all the time. But yeah, I really like this. This was just me trying to be a bit more experimental. It didn't work necessarily. You know, I haven't obviously modelled my style off that for the rest of the year, but yeah, I like that outfit. And then this was another start of 2017 one, and this is, again, me trying to be a bit different, a bit smarter. Didn't really take off, but I liked it. I liked it. And then we go to later 2017. I'm back. I'm wearing the wide leg trousers again, like the culottes, which became quite a staple part of my wardrobe for kind of late 2016, early 2017. Bit of a band t-shirt, my nice slogan of the jacket and the Superstars again. I think that's the Stacksoul trainers again. That's what that is. So that again, you can see I kind of went back to the sports looks again. I just couldn't resist. And then again in this one, my hair's blonde. So that would have been summer last year, I think, and again with the leather jacket. It's my Kooples one, yeah. It's my Kooples leather jacket, some Misguided joggers, the Nikes, and the beanie. And I think that is just me. I think my style's just done like a big circle. But I think it was important for me to try and experiment a little bit, I think, just to work out exactly what I wanted to look like. And I think 2017 was the last year of me trying to kind of throw ideas into my wardrobe and stuff, and now I'm just like, you know what, I'm set, I'm dead set. I love my sports luxe stuff, and that is just me. So I really hope you kind of enjoyed that video. It's very chatty, hopefully it makes sense, we'll see when I edit it. But yeah, evolution of my style really, just one massive great big circle from like alternative kid to some weird kind of experimental phase to sports luxe to another weird experimental phase, a little bit of luxury, another weird experimental phase, and then back to sports luxe. And I couldn't be happier. I love wearing stuff that's super comfortable, I love wearing stuff that's a little bit edgy, I love wearing stuff that is black, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So that is basically where we are at for the time being, and I'm quite excited to maybe revisit this video again in a few years and see where my style has gone as my 20s progress and I get closer to 30. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, let me know. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!